pretty much early in the meta. You get the Paramis being banned out along with the Moscow, so there's a respect ban over the side of Team Liquid PH. They're dictating draft once again with the first pick. No changes from Big Tron Beta will be the Ling and the Chip. Ah man, I think they should just ban out the Zask. Just
the
leave.
Zask, or maybe give it to Big Tron Beta if you're a Team Liquid PH, because for them when they chose the they banned out the Angela, by the way, so
they're intimidated.
Yeah, they're intimidated with a Siruzi hot guard earlier. Yeah, but for the Zask, if you're a Team Liquid PH, let's just forget about the Zask. We're focusing on the heroes that will support the Zask. Every time we pick the Zask, so no Zask for this game.
I think that Zask is a really good anchor in particular. It's definitely one of those compositions where it's like, if I take space, I can take the space and I can hold it rather than continuously pushing forward, which is something I felt like TLPH wanted to do in the previous game, but you're limited by how far Zask can go. And that makes sure that Bigatron Beta is able to like kite on backwards and regroup a lot easier. I think considering what the bans are so far, it is respect coming out from TLPH. They definitely have their serious game faces on. It's not a feet on the chair situation. It's a lean forward, elbows on the table. We're ready to go.
Yeah, I think it's a statement that that they need to prove, right? Like a lot of people counting them out, bringing back the narrative of like what happened to MSC. They got out. 4th place is still quite a big thing. Right now, Zask is not prioritized. This is the first game that we've seen in a long time that Roger is actually prioritized for Benny instead of that Zask.
It's like the typical sequence of picking or actually draft for Team Liquid PH, wherein they prioritize on the Benny Cutie's heroes, specifically this Roger. Okay, so I kind of feel like for the team Bigatron Beta, they could, we will see a Louis here. The Louis and Arlot. I see what I did there.
Exactly. The Luyan as well as the Arlot is going to be, it's going to be a little bit difficult to deal with because again, most of the times based on the games we've seen today, Louis doesn't make it through the draft. But now it's going to force a playstyle that I feel that TLPH is more comfortable with handling over their opponents. We'll just have to wait and see because now it's up to TLPH to finish off the first half of the draft.
Will they go for an assassin hero here?
They go for the Zask again.
They go for the Zask. It's okay, it's okay.
A safe pick.
It's a safe pick.
You know what we saw before you came? It was a Carmilla EXP by Homeboys. I think it worked out very well because like Zask is a single target damage dealer. Carmilla turns him effectively into basically
the splash damage.
Yeah, the splash damage, and that was so pivotal in the success of this Zaz. But then again, Liquid PH just going through their own identity. Just with that pickoffs, they want to ensure that they pick off the early game, snowball through to that late game, and this is what they do best. I think they just really need to come online. Benny is feeling the stress right now on screen. Man.
Or maybe he's just tired. He's fully saturated with Roger games at this point.
This is what, second game of the day?
I feel like he's yes, this would be their second series of today because they played another game on a different stream. This is technically their second for sure on stream A. Has he played like 200 games of like Roger at this point, disincluding scrims?
Yeah, I believe, even before during the MPL Season 13, he's been playing Roger a lot. Continued with the MSC.
MSC, unique hero picks.
Yeah.
2, maybe 3.
Maybe 3. Let's make it 3.
Well, speaking of some of the unique picks, we are seeing a Beatrix get picked up for the side of Bigatron Beta. I think it's rather interesting. I mean, yes, you don't have the Moscow, but I thought maybe the Claude would have been the go-to here. We are seeing the follow-ups of Hayabusa from Bigatron Beta, and as well as Kaja from Team Liquid PH.
Okay, with the Kaja, is it because they are to pick a hero that is
high mobility assassin.
Oh, that is why Bigatron Beta banned out the Hayabusa.
Yeah. That's a very, very good reaction from Bigatron Beta. That's what I would think. But Call TZ could go back to his signature Lancelot. Maybe. I don't know.
Please.
When was the last time he used the Lancelot, by the way?
Oh, very, very long ago.
M2? Just kidding.
Stop!
Yeah, but to be honest, there's a lot of new adaptations that Lancelot can provide because of the Thunderbelt changes, the War X changes. This brings new playstyles towards that Lancelot. If he plays... trust him to play it well. He's the GOAT anyways.
I mean, sure, yes, but I don't think he can get away as much as he did in M2, right? Things like Arlot, for an example, really changed the game. It's like you have one ability that gives you iframes. Well, technically you have 2, but one which you want to hold for a little bit later on. If you're just like trying to puncture around, you're going to get final slashed.
Unless he wants to go for a Julian.
I'm thinking Julian as well.
Yeah.
He technically could play another Fanny game. I wouldn't blame him if he does. I
Yeah,
mean,
he's
the
banned
setup
out
is
already.
there.
I
that
think
is banned
it's a Julian. Safest is a Julian to easily burst down this Louis even prior to the diversion play or anyone that is inside the diversion play.
Oh, dude, I'm loving the Minotaur on Bigatron Beta because they know that Sanford could play the Edith in the EXP side.
Oh, right,
So
yeah.
they want to take it out of the hands of JP. This is one of his mainstay heroes. It's like, when in doubt, just pick up that Minotaur. So this Julian will be picked up alongside the Tigreal. I am feeling a lot of crowd control coming up from TLPH. There's a lot of CCs, lots of mini stunts coming in from the team, but damage is in question, especially in the mid to late game, because we talked a little bit about that Zaz not really proving itself worthy of
For
a
this
prio
match.
pick. Not for this, like for this entire series as a whole.
Yeah,
right?
So I got a feeling for Team Liquid PH as a farming here of Ben and QT has to be really effective and be translated as early as possible because if they will just rely on Julian's burst damage, it means that they're leaning towards the mid to late game, which is not effective if you have this Louis, Arlott, and even actually Beatrix.
Well, it kind of depends on whether you're able to kind of find the pick, right? Because at level 3, instantaneously you can do something. We see an alpha lock
That's
in.
nice.
Interesting. All right.
That's the true damage counter to the Tigreal. And basically the tanky front line of TLPH. But what they do very, very well is that he can hold off on his Spirit of Alphas. And you set up with the Minotaur, set up with the Arlott, just hold off on that in case the Beatrix gets hurt. Remember, they are one of these teams that are known for like just backing off, just protecting that marksman. I think they want to do it again. So it will be down to TLPH to take down that back line.
This is going to be real interesting because I'm thinking like, it should have been like a utility Drumble, something to pair up with the Beatrix, kind of like wombo combo into, but I think diversifying was a smarter option for Bigatron Beta. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I think this is going to be quite a banger of a game. Good luck to y'all. Y'all the ones casting it. Break it down for us as we head into the land of Dawn.
And also good luck to everyone watching because we don't know what's going to happen for this match. I'm just excited to see Alpha versus Julian. But last time I think it was during MSC, that same matchup. Julian and Alpha, right?
Julian Alpha is it's sort of like a two peas in a pod. You pick one, I pick the other. It's kind of sort of like that thing.
So,
but then again, this has been a very, very huge test from for Bigatron Beta against the LPH. They've really shown that, man, they're worthy of a top spot. And anything can happen once again.
Yeah, and that's true. I think for Bigatron Beta, they need to again focus on giving Pin the space, which by the way, he played really well earlier with the combo of Siruzi. So Benikidi has to be really aggressive on this side just to limit the laning of Pin, you know.
Take a look at atomizations. It kind of looks like, okay, Benny's just going for a little bit more armor for the first tier, and then the second tier, you got the Master Assassin as well. So now he just really wants to win that lane, especially just control Pin, deny him from scaling up out of control, just like he did in game number 2, and then we'll be safe. We'll be fine. We'll just play our game, we'll just play the early game, and then we'll be fine.
Okay, so for this game, though, we could see the players of Bigatron Beta actually going on the jungle area of Team Liquid PH. So they're really limiting the potential here of Cartesi. But there's a counter or cross map rotation here by Cartesi. So that is a nice dodge, by the way, for Benikidi. He felt that as if there are 3 players here and I'm alone. I need to make myself safe.
Yeah, you know there's a mechanic for the Spirit of Alpha?
Yeah.
It's like when you toggle on the skill, the beta actually circles around. It starts moving, so like you kind of know like, okay, he's ramping up the user's ultimate. But Marzi gets caught in the middle, slowed down as half of his health. It's going to be a very, very easy level 4 for Team Liquid, converting into a very, very fast turtle.
Okay, so that is a nice initiation there, by the way, for Bigatron Beta. We could see a flicker here for JP.
Oh,
but
Lynch
was there with the retribution. He felt that JP is going to be there with a flicker and then that impulsion play, supposedly, but he was prepared. But first blood will go to Team Liquid PH, but Turtle is on the side of Bigatron Beta.
Yeah, it's honestly a very, very good trade. You give away the turtle, you get the jungler in the process, but Lynch just buying a lot of time for that top side to really, really start to scale up, because it's going to be a very, very slow lane, because like Benny is not going to give Pin the opportunity to just farm up. You don't want to shove the wave a little bit too much because you don't want to force a lot of engages. But then again, this is just Lynch knowing how and when to time his retribution just right.
Yeah, in front of the players of Team Liquid PH.
Of course, 4 players of that.
Yeah, he calculated that well, that if I do this and went this area, this is gonna happen. So things are looking good here for Big Beta in terms of objective taking. But set a play at the middle lane from JP. Marty nowhere else to go, because 3 players of Team Liquid PH was there, and there was a space even for Sanford to take down some of the gold plates at the XP lane, because it was Marcy at the middle lane.
Yeah, nice diversion play, but won't him up to anything. It was just Marcy just getting caught. There's nothing that he could do just to escape that. There's not a lot of escape mechanisms except for the double stuns. All these mini stuns actually add up.
Yeah. Wow. While that was happening, there is going to be a kill against Cortese. So I got a feeling for Cortese wasn't prepared that 3 players also of Bigger and Better was there. So yep, for this one, the usual. I think we've already seen the pattern of these teams wherein they will start slow, and then if they get this specific item, let's start the party.
I think now we're still on like gear 2. We're ramping up the speed a little bit, but like Bigatron Beta is shifting back to gear 1. I felt like Lynch could have went straight directly for the purple buff, try to force a retribution for Cortese, try to get it, but Implosion on the way.
Okay, Implosion, and a set of play here for Team Liquid PH, and Mark's one as well. Sanji with a kill. Continuous play for them, double kill for Siruzi. Where was that from? So battle of attrition for both of our team. Double kill for Sanji as well. And we have Marcy at the middle lane. But Sanford will go for those free hits. But they'll back away, disengage for both teams. What happened there?
Oh, Siruzi actually just popped all these reactions when they're in the midst of battle. Implosion was popped up just nicely, taking down 2 members and then converting into 1 more. There was a 5v5, but they were layering in so well, converting this into a turtle slain over the side of TLPH. So they're doing very, very well in the early game, just as expected, whether or not they're able to maintain that lead.
You know what, for Team Liquid PH, they're known to be a team that is really good at the early game. But so far for Beginner Beta, okay.
Oh, diversion down the bot
when
side.
When we were talking, they left the map. I got surprised when I was explaining. But yeah, for Beginner Beta, they're known as a team that could actually extend a game and even win a game, even though the other team is on the lead. So we can see Sanford against 3 players of Beginner Beta here at the bottom lane. Here goes the free hit on the players of Team Liquid PH. Netmark spawn has been used. Sanford is down. Pin is down as well. And here comes Betty Cutie with a kill. Lynch with a double kill. Alpha is still alive! Triple kill for the Alpha. And it gets shut down here for Carla TZ. Almost close.
Reaction. Oh no!
Oh, the juggle between Carla TZ and Betty Cutie. But Bigatron Beta, they have a counter objective at the middle lane.
They're going for the trades. They're going for the objectives. Cracking down that mid side is so disasterly for Team Liquid, because Julian kind of really needs his purple buff in order to stay afloat into a lot of these team fights. But Siruzi doing so much work in getting that reactions down, getting that damage down whenever there's a team fight. So Bigatron Beta actually really smart on that team fight. They weren't trying to force that situation too much, but then again, counteracted by Sanji's Zaz just zoning out Pin, denying him from any escape at all. But now it's still anyone's game. The lead is 2K for both sides, but Matt is super even.
Yeah, it could shift as quick as possible, as long as there's a nice team fight for Bigatron Beta, because for their lineup, actually, they could pull off a let's say a wipeout actually against Team Liquid PH, because we saw Lynch earlier against 3 players of Team Liquid PH. It was just an ultimate, but there is a setup play for JP and a counter setup play as well for Lynch. JP is down. So that is a nice counterplay for Bigatron Beta as the turtle is being started. Sanford in front of the players. There is the burst here for Bigatron Beta. Flicker out, literally the retribution, and turtle has been stayed. Cortez against 3 players on the side of Bigatron Beta. We have the Netmax spawn. A Team Liquid PH not forcing for another team fight. Even Bigatron Beta, they are disciplined as well. They don't want to force any more team fights after that.
Very, very good reaction from Bigatron Beta, just protecting Pin whatsoever, using the diversion, getting him down, trying to funnel as much experience, as much gold as they can onto Pin as fast as possible. And this is looking like a very, very fast-paced game coming into game number 3. Because Bigatron Beta, I remember it was like 12 minutes or 13 minutes. Then they start like hunkering down, babysitting Pin at all times. But now it's only 8-minute mark. The first Lord is going to be spawning up pretty soon. It's 80 seconds on the clock, but he really needs to watch his positioning.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of positioning, Marzi is going to be the target here for Team Liquid PH. That is the XP laner down. Again, XP laner down for Bigatron Beta and Team Liquid PH. They're a bit dictating as to how Bigatron Beta will go for the clearing of the minion wave.
Yeah.
Now we're heading into the mid game.
Yeah, I think the only downside of Bigatron Beta's draft is that they don't have anyone they can send into the bush to check for anyone at all. They don't have that vision play. You could put the yin-yang reactions, but then you're wasting a huge skill. In team fights, you could use your first skill, but if it doesn't hit, you don't have that HP bar that appears on the top of your screen that shows you any heroes whatsoever. So Bigatron Beta have a tough fight on top of them, but lead is still steady at 2K.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see that graph, just like it's steady all the way.
Yeah, because for those who are new to our stream, for the story of this match is it's literally both teams juggling. Whenever Team Liquid is on the lead, it's sometimes Bigatron Beta, and we don't even know who's gonna win. It's a game number 3.
That's right.
And it's just 9 minutes. Who knows if this is gonna extend for another 20 more minutes? I'm not sure. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. This could be the longest game that we have today. This is the last game for, not the last game, the second last game for the rest of today, seeping into the stream. But Bigatron Beta actually showing that they are really on par. Hold on.
Okay, that is a nice setup play with the spare stomp, but JP uses that conceal and even a flicker, but is
JP still alive.
Still alive, although Marty with the last slash against him, and we can see the players of Team Liquid PH zoning out the players of Bigatron Beta, and that's going to be a double kill for Betty Cutie, make it a possible triple kill. Although Sanjo will secure that kill, and we could see Marty, and it is going to be a wipeout here for Team Liquid PH.
This opens up so much. The top side's already cracked right open. You have that Lord in your possession as well. First Lord, albeit, but you're going to take down a huge chunk of that health. There's a wipeout over on Bigatron Beta. Now you're on the back foot. They don't really have a lot of wave here on top of just that Beatrix. It was looking so bad because they just split everyone up. Marzi was a little bit too trigger happy. He just went to the backside. No one is following
sorry. It's like an oops sorry moment here for Bigatron Beta. Probably next time they have to calculate first if it's gonna be effective for them. And look at that from how many again is the lead? How much again?
7,000. 7,000
It's now
lead.
7,000 from 2,000.
From 2,000. This is the huge spike that we're waiting for if you're a TLPH fan, right?
And I got a feel it for Team Liquid PH. They just have to be mindful of the diversion play of Ceruzi for this game, and after that, if they're able to prepare themselves for that play, and then they could capitalize this Lord.
On the upside, though, Bigatron Beta kind of likes that high ground defense just because you have a lot of AoE damages, especially from that Loi and the Beatrix. So this will be looking like a very tough defense. As long as they keep all 3 tier 3 turrets on par, they might have a big chance because you don't want to give too much over to TLPH.
Okay, so right now we could see Team Liquid PH with the Lord at the top lane. Bigatron Beta has to defend this one. In a return, the top lane is successfully going to be destroyed here by Team Liquid PH. Probably the middle lane also. But it's a nice defense, by the way, for Bigatron Beta. They're not forcing any team fight. Let's focus on the Lord. Let's focus on the counter play that we can go. But here comes the counter play that we are saying. That's going to be the stair stop. Sanford's going to be down and make it 2 players down for Team Liquid PH, having Sanford and JP after that engagement.
That's so worth it for TLPH. Just cracked open all T3s. They're just barren right now. The diversion play comes through. Oh, they stepped a little bit out of center. Cortez is left all alone.
Okay, they're forcing a kill against Cortez. It's going to be a shutdown here for Bigoton Beta. I think they said that we're here. Let's just get an objective. We traveled so far from the base here up until here the riverside. Let's just secure a kill.
It's desperation. Bigatron Beta is trying to pick up the scraps from everything that's left behind from TLPH, and that was a very, very worth it trade, though. You're opening up so much of the entirety of that map. You give that backline, so the diversion play is definitely going to help a lot in Bigatron Beta if you're able to single out any one target of TLPH and try to convert them into a sort of like a kill on top of a kill and cycle the rest of the team members.
And we can see right now that 30 seconds will have another Lord. So I'm looking for that potential diversion play again for Siruzi. If you are Team Liquid PH, it's really hard to predict as to where this diversion play will come from, and JP has to be prepared for that.
Yeah, the beauty of the Roger is that you are not a backline hero.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so like if you get a diversion play, you go into the backline, there's not really a lot of backline heroes. There's no one that is squishy enough to take down just with a snap of your fingers. You just really gotta stay in those team fights, which TLPH really, really likes. But this is where the Zask really shines.
Yeah.
Because the more you stay in that fight, the more damage you deal, the more anti-heal that you provide over on the side of your opponent. So Bigatron Beta really, really desperately trying to contest for this Lord.
Yeah, by the way, Benekit is at 7-0-2. So how beautiful is that for a marksman? And we can see Conceal Play, we can see Naxu with a Nolan's Fury. A nice setup play with a Spear of Alpha coming in from Bigatron Beta. We can see the burst play as well for Team Liquid PH. Look at the free hits. Legendary for Benekit, but Pin sees him down with the rest of the players of Bigatron Beta. We have Sanji and JP left alone on this game.
Oh, what a play. What a set. But what a turnaround. TLPH before they go down. It's a Sanford special. He takes down that Lord, buying so much time. But the base is in shambles. Bigatron Beta just scrambling to save it. They're all just marching down. It's just a matter of time.
Okay, so for Sanji, he doesn't have the Nightmare spawn. So for Bigatron Beta, they just have to defend this one out. So another extended game for our viewers and for us casters here who loves MLBB. You know, Team Liquid PH versus Bigatron Beta. They're just giving us beautiful Mobile Legends, bang bang, high level of play. From a 7K goal lead, 1.6. You see that?
Back down to 2. Back down to 2K.
Right?
Yeah, yeah. It's constant back and forth. It's a boxing match.
Who would have thought that
we got a gold graph right here.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. See the gold graph.
Actually, it's not as much as I would think. Like, I thought it would like spike up and go down. It's sort of like a sine curve. I'm sorry, I'm a professor.
Oh, really?
No,
cosine,
I'm just a teacher.
cosine,
yeah, sine, cosine. You got what do you call it? Sinusoidal
that's
kind
right.
of curve. Lots of big words.
Yeah.
The only big word you need to know is, where is the diversion?
There's gonna be the diversion here.
Yeah.
Imagine the storyline again for this one is it's as if it's a battle of David and Goliath, but the Bigatron Beta is like really playing really well for this game. I think Team Liquid PH is also overwhelmed with how Bigatron Beta juggles in a team fight, extended team fights to be exact. But it's really difficult for Bigatron Beta if they are to contest an objective, having these minions all over the place.
Yeah, let's take a look at the itemization since Bigatron Beta is just scrambling to just wipe out the minions off their base. So you get a Thunderbelt from Marzi as well as Sanford, so that is constantly building up. You got Julian actually he's already full build. The two marksmen already full build as well, looking to sell out their boots to try to get additional damage items down as well. The two tanks, it looks like Minotaur. Okay, out of all of this, Minotaur actually has more gold than the Tigreal.
That's interesting.
If you see, yeah.
Yeah, it means that for Bigatron Beta, specifically Naxu, he's much more part of the team fight as compared to JP here. Probably because for JP, there are instances sometimes that it's really hard to go up against Alpha, Arlot, and even Minotaur, right? The opening for an initiation is hard for JP. So that's his assignment since we now have the Lord in our screens.
Yeah. Okay. This Wind Talker for Benny. That's 6 items over on the Roger right now because on beta. Might need to watch their backs because look at where Benny is. He might be able to go for a backdoor attempt. We have seen this many a times in the Philippines, but no, the flank.
Yeah.
They're just waiting for a right diversion play. But I kind of know that Sharuzi wants to go to that back line, which means the orange buff area where the Lord is, but it's a third of its health. They want to force the situation.
Minowa Siri, but College is backing away. Pin with a Lord take against Team Liquid PH, and look at Pin with a flicker again for those 3 hits. It's gonna be a kill spree for them. And the players of Team Liquid PH are already low on life. Sanji at the back lane. Cortez is struggling. He bought that immortality proc, but that is against the players
there's 3 down
of Bigatron Beta with the Lord up their sleeves. I think, is this endable though for Bigatron Beta?
I don't think so. There's 30 seconds on the clock for the entire team of TLPH, but they did so well in trying to protect Pin.
Oh wait, look at Sanji though.
Sanji
at the top lane. Somebody has to stop Sanji. Just like we said, that there is gonna be a possible backdoor here for
TLPH special.
Oh my goodness! Another one for Team Liquid PH.
It used to be Sanford, now it's Sanji, and then Benny every single time.